Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my presentation. Imagine a world where there is enough shelter and food and no predator, and the condition is perfect for life. And of course, the population will grow and grow. But will that continue? The answer is no, because one day the population began to decline and decline until there is no organism in the world. Well, that seems impossible with humanity, but a man called John B. Calhoun actually set an experiment where he provided the exactly same environment but for laboratory mice, and the mice ended up self-destruction, and that was the Universe 75 experiment. But would that be able to happen with humanity? Before we find out the answer, let's look back at the experiment. The experiment started with 8 mice, which were 4 males and 4 females. These first mice took a few months to get used to the environment, and after that, they began to multiply. They doubled themselves rapidly after 55 days, and by day 315, the population was 620 mice. But from here, things were getting worse. The mice's behavior began to sink. This makes the mice attack or act abnormally. Let me explain how. Each group has an alpha male to protect and keep the group in order. And when the group is too big or too crowded, these mouse have to kick out redundant generations out of the group. These guys can find a new shelter because there are still thousands of them, but they won't, because mice are very sociable creatures, so these guys will think that they are useless. The useless group began to increase, and they will gather in the middle. And this group usually attack each other for no reason. And for the alpha male we mentioned before, after a long time of fighting and keeping the group in order, it may become weak, and the bad mice will take the chance. The alpha male will give up being an alpha male and will let the redundant generation live in the group, or even mice from the outside attack the group, and they will make the group chaotic. Some females that cannot handle the situation may abandon their babies. Some other females or even males that cannot also handle the situation may move up to higher places to live. They will just live there, eat and rest, but they won't fight. Though they live very peacefully, they will not breed because their behavior has sunken. John B. Calhoun called this group the beautiful ones, and they were the group that lasted the longest. And for babies that are abandoned by their mothers, they will grow up without any protection. It may get eaten by a bigger mouse, or grow up without any social sense, without education, and affected by others. From now on, the whole population has corrupted. The mice became hostile, they became lazy, and they will not breed. By day 920 is when the last mice was born, and the population reached a maximum of over 2,200 mice. And after that, by day 1588, no mice survived. But would that be able to happen with humanity? You may think the answer could be yes, because it's so clear that war is over the world, from the World War I to the World War II, to the Cold War, to the Ukrainian War, to the Israel War. There are almost wars throughout all generations. And what started war? You see, war usually starts from dissent between nations, or conflicts, assassination of some important figure, or maybe just because of a threat. But if you really think, there will be a way for people to stop war right away. If there is no threat, there will be no war. If nobody pulls the trigger at first, then nobody will start war. So people seem to like to live with war. Strange, right? Also, people kill themselves a lot after years. As you see in this graph, the number of suicide cases increase. There are various reasons for this, but if the world is good enough, then why people have to kill themselves like this? Also, if you think we are smart, then we can solve the problem, then some people are using their intelligence to do bad things. But positively thinking, the answer could be no, because we are not mice. We are not that lazy. We don't wait for wars to come. We are still forming organizations to prevent possible conflicts that can lead to war. Mice are not us. They simply follow rigid rules about groups that are formed after generations and after a long time unchangeable. We can be innovative while mice gather in a group of 30 or 40. We don't do that. We don't let overpopulation take over the world. We can zone lands so that many people could live together with their own private. Also, we have the ability to adapt to situations. While mice have to kick out redundant generations out of a group, we can have better solutions for such problems. After all, Universe 25 or behavioral sync is just a theory. It will not 100% happen with humanity, but together we can always improve our lives. Thank you for listening.